Uh, as you know, oil prices affect the economy. It also affects the security of the United States. Would you support a bill mandating us becoming import oil free?
Good question, and I'm glad you asked that question, because I think it's one of the most important issues that we're facing. I don't think it is not only an economic issue; it's also, in my point of view, a national security issue. Now, by the way, the House today passed an energy bill, and it does some interesting things. Specifically, would I mandate that we don't rely on oil? Well, in theory, yes, except the fact that that's not realistic right now. Unfortunately, it's not realistic. If we said, we're not going to use oil, well, what do we do? I mean, I don't know about you, but I do know about you. We all need to drive to get to our jobs. We all need electricity to power energy in our homes. We all want air conditioning, et cetera, et cetera. And unfortunately, we are very highly dependent on oil for that. Now, we passed an energy bill. It's not the panacea. It's not going to solve all of our problems. Let me just tell you a little bit about the energy bill that we passed today, which hopefully will be signed by the President. It increases and this is a mandate, the average fleet fuel economy standards for cars and light trucks to achieve a standard of 35 miles per gallon by, I believe it's 2020 or something like that. Right, so it's a huge increase. Right now, that mandate is 27.5 miles per gallon. It's an increase of 35 miles per gallon, a 40% increase in fuel efficiency standards. It has higher standards. Hopefully, that will reduce some oil usage, and it will, by millions of barrels a year. It obviously will also reduce greenhouse gas emissions. It also has some renewable fuel standards. It mandates the use of 36 billion gallons of renewable fuel by 2022. It has, for example, mandates for biodiesel, for advanced biodiesels, for cellulose ethanol. It does obviously help reduce the reliance on foreign oil. We are, by the way, already a huge producer, the U.S. is, of ethanol. We can still do more. We're actually right now second only to Brazil in the production of ethanol. It establishes new efficiency requirements and standards for several products, including, for example, clothes washers, dishwashers, refrigerators, freezers, air conditioners, fluorescent lamps. Let me see what else. It has a new energy use mandate for federal buildings. It has investments in upgrading the nation's electrical grid, which, as you know, is pretty old, so it has better standards and technologies. It promotes research and development, which is something that I'm really big on. For the next generation of energy resources, such as solar or wind, geothermal and marine energy, nuclear, whatever it may be. We have to, because it is not realistic if we were to say today we're going to just get off of all oil. No, we have to make sure that we spend the money on development, on research. This does that in a great degree. Promotes research and development for energy storage technology for electric drive vehicles. So. It does do some good things. Is it the panacea? Is it the silver bullet? Look, the reason we have this conversation, and I appreciate all of you being on the phone and your patience, is because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to tell you necessarily what you want to hear. I'm telling you what the reality is. That's a step in the right direction. Is it going to solve our dependence on foreign oil? No. We have to do more. We have to be realistic about it, and we have to do it aggressively. This has some aggressive mandates. And that's always controversial. This bill has some aggressive mandates. It also does this, by the way, without new taxes, which is good. One of the things that I do not support, and I mentioned this before, and some people say that one of the reasons that that proposal is out there to raise gas taxes 50 cents a gallon is so that people, will use less gasoline. Well, I just don't think that's the right way to do it. I think the right way to do it is to invest in technology, to invest in alternative energy sources, and to hopefully, and then with some tough mandates, and hopefully we'll be going in the right direction. I think this bill takes us part of the way there, but we have a long way to go.